to yourself, lizard. You look strange.
Enjoy your freedom while you can, lizard. Your day's coming.
We pay more for less, and it's the likes of...
They don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude. You needing supplies? Anything more?
Hear ye! Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination!
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
Until later, then.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Well, hello, stranger.
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours and, in one case, 3 heads.
It's free to look. Just don't touch nothing unless you're gonna make my purse fair travels, friend.
War's a brewing, my friend, at special prices. War is hell, my friend, but it's very good for business. Good luck to you.
Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. We'll be by soon enough.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Divine order to march against the ancient empire! Hear ye! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers! Culprit still at large!
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get out.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24
You eating any of your own fish?
ordination!
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I eat my
Latest news! Fresh from the War Owl! Hear all about it! Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy? Figured you'd ask me about that. Ain't looking too good for you, lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit your empire and hit it hard. You remember what happened to the elves, don't you? Ain't no one left standing when you treat them to death, Fog. You're lucky to be so far from home, and no mistake. 7 sailors. Stabbed in the back he was, by them vile, low-born, treacherous Seekers. Kill them all, I say. Do them like Magister Raymond did old Lady Seaver. That'll teach them traitors. I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The son of the Divine is dead. Gone. Who'll save us now? Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ha! Scourge, more like. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of the sword, no sir. And you ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with its tail on fire.
By soon enough.
look at you. You're all scaly.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
And got you a tail. That's disgusting. Don't be rude, Ben. He's a lizard. It's not his fault he's ugly.
They stare at you in disbelief. Then they start laughing.
You're weird. We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon. He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy. Fort Joy? That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back. That's right. I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to... Joe's a good swimmer.
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building.
You're nice, and I'm a good dog. Yes, I am. There's something not right, and that's wrong. It's under the house thing there, and it's bad. I can smell it. You be careful now. What's under there smells real bad. It smells...
I don't care if we tear this place apart plank by plank.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of
Oh,
place...
there, lizard. Reach for a weapon and I'll see you gutted, filleted and... Now, I'm looking for someone. You might even know him. Grey cloak, grey beard, a satchel of books under one arm. Of course you haven't. Your kind would never rat out a sorcerer, would you? If I find you're hiding him from me, I'll cut off bits that won't grow back. If you see anything suspicious, report it immediately, skink. He's a sorcerer dressed as a tinkerer. Our brothers started vanishing as soon as the tramp arrived in town. He fled into this stinking shed, but we'll find him again. We'll have our justice.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place...
The Magister looks at you for a long, hard moment. He seems angry.
We have all the evidence we need. There will be no court of appeal for this sorcerer. Now, I've got a cow... Still no sign. I'll flush the rat out wherever he's hiding. So, report. Did you find anything? Of course you have. If I find you're hiding, he fled into this stinking shed, but we'll find him again.
The Magister...
We have all... Now.
Then we can get them out.
The dog sniffs the wooden decking, like there's something wrong.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong, and it's not right. I don't know, but there's something wrong, and it's underneath the floor. Easy for you to say, mister. You're not smelling what I'm smelling.
I miss Joe.
The dwarf reaches into a barrel and pulls out a fish. His knife glides through the scales, crimson guts spilling out in its wake. The innards fall to the floor, landing in a pool of dark bile. You'd expect fish to smell, but these reek.
Aye, the coin's sweet, and the smell sure ain't. Mind you, the boss found a buyer for this lot, so my knife stays sharp and my pockets stay full.
He runs his knife through another fish and flicks the blade, sending a shower of guts to the ground.
I'd say your guess is as good as mine, except I got the sense not to ask any questions. Now you slither on, lizard. I've enough scales to deal with.
The dwarf turns back to his work, slicing and disemboweling fish after fish, as the blood and black bile mix and swirl around his boots. Looking at the barrel, you see that someone has scrawled Black House on it in paint. You cast your eyes around to see that every barrel headed to Arks has the same inscription.
Here, leave them barrels alone.
Bugger off, I'm busy. Grisha's still the favourite.
The dwarf peers at an expert...
Fascinating. Most fascinating. Oh, my... I mean, no, what do you want?
With a small grin, the dwarf glances between you.
Indeed I am. They can close our schools, but they can't take away what I've been taught. Besides, there's still so much to learn. Plenty. These tainted fish are causing a lot of hardship. If I can understand what's happening to them, perhaps there'll be a way to reverse the effects. I have to try. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Speaking of which, I need to see the effects of eating these fish firsthand. If you... Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish firsthand, if you understand me. Wonderful. Now, there's 3 Samples.
The fish instantly churns your insides. Everything turns black. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there with you. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots.
I see. Well, I'm sure. Speaking of which, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I owe you a great debt.
The dwarf puffs up his chest and proudly gestures to the fish.
The fish is indeed malignant. Lizards are affected by it in the same manner as other species. Ah, yes, of course, but this the fish you ate is known as crimson bream. Quite a fast, vicious breed. It's often used in the creation of ferocity mixtures. But those use regular specimens. Who is to say what might happen if you brewed a ferocity mixture with a crimson bream that's been touched by the... Seek out somewhere that peddles ferocity herb mixes. But make an addition. So, now my work must continue as soon as I've got...
What? You be needing something from me, lad? Ain't much inclined to rub elbows with lizards, if you catch me drift. Ain't no one been standing together since Lucian died. Ain't been no goodwill among your kind, or mine, or anyone else's since the Reds have been in charge.
Glad to hear you say it. The day will come we'll overthrow 'em, you mark my words. Until then, I'll practice the art of gutting unspoiled fish. I had friends. Good friends. Not even dwarves, some of them. Reds put him on a ship, sailed him to Fort Joy. Ever heard of that place? Fort Joy? They send you there means you ain't never coming back. Pish posh. And who'll bail them out? Seekers? Them's even worse news, I reckon. Witches and warlocks, they say. No. Them friends of mine are dead or silenced. All on account of the Reds. All on account of Dallas, Damerart. Fugitive? Ah, yeah. I don't think that's something I should be discussing with strangers.
Because I don't intend to end up with me lips stitched together, that's why. No, I shan't be baited. I ain't saying nothing on the topic no more. Gods be buggered fine. I'll tell you all I know.
The dwarf leans in and begins whispering conspiratorially.
This fella runs along, right, sweating, panicking. Reds racing after him like hunting hounds. Hide in a barrel, you fool, I yelled. And what do you know? He did. Problem is, he's still in there. Been hours. Can't go nowhere, he can't, not with the Reds around.
What in the seven hells is a lizard doing here?
The Magister...
I'm looking for someone. If you see anything suspicious...
Behind the containers, the fish in one of the barrels shifts slightly.
Please, you have to help me. The Magisters have gone mad. I'm a salesman. I tinker. I fix things. I wonder. I buy and sell books when I can. I had nothing to do with those Magisters vanishing. Please help me. I don't want to die. I don't want... What? I don't know. I don't have much gold. I've spent years collecting rare items from across Riverlon. Please, what I have is more valuable than any coin purse. It can be yours. Just get me out of here. I have no idea. I only arrived in town a few days ago. I sold a few items to Grandmaster Kem in Arx and stopped off here on my way to Skyseal. I was just sitting in the tavern, minding my own business, and the Magister started screaming at me.
You hear a quiet sob from the fish.
Why is this happening? I didn't do anything. So you help. You get me out of here. I just need to get out of Driftwood. I can't risk being seen, but if you can get out of town, I can escape to Arx. Please, I'll do anything. Just don't let them see me. Thank you. Oh, Lucian, 7 times divine, thank you. I'll follow your lead, but please...
There he is! Justice! You found him!
The Magister
What? No, you said you'd...
You...
The water looks a bit cold to me. Tom's a good swimmer.
You found him! Excellent. Now... You found him! Excellent. Now, stand aside.
Easier said than done, Ada.
That Alicia's general in charge. What do they call her? Get me out!
The hammer. Are we safe? At last, I can breathe again. At last! I was sure I'd die in that wretched place. You have my thanks. If not for you, I probably would have been found, gutted, and salted. I can't just saunter away. Who knows what might be lurking in a place like this? But once I'm sure the way's clear, I'm running to Ox like a cat with its tail on fire. I'm done with this stinking town. Please, I can't just let you walk away. Here, take...
A damp, scale-covered roll of paper emerges from the barrel.
In fact, that's what started all the trouble in the first place. The Magisters nearly lost their minds when they saw me with it. In the kitchens of the tavern, of all places. That cook had it.
Offered it for a great price, too. I thought she was an idiot selling it so cheap. Then again, I'm the dolt who ended up in a barrel. But if she has Magister artifacts, she must be the one. I swear, once I get to Arx, I'm going to have the...
Woke up this morning in a sweat.
You made it back safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
The dog stares at a spot
My thanks once again, stranger. With your help, I might make a breakthrough yet.
Hope that fella makes it out of Driftwood. The Reds will kill him if they find him. You were? Attaboy! Like a swift kick in the Red's bollocks, that. You gladden an old dwarf's heart. Like I said there.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and now he tries to ignore your presence. Fails.
See here, scale skin. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arx are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want? A murderer, or a sorcerer, or some other species of miscreant. A sophisticated imperial lizard like yourself will surely know that in business, there's a market for everything. You just have to find it. Or...
A dark shadow passes across his face.
sometimes it finds you. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect. An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void-tainted fish I can send him.
That dark shadow crosses his face once more. He shivers.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. When you've been in business as long as I have, you learn not to question these things too closely. Now I'll get back to my work.
I'll saucy you, Dallas. I'm going to set you to be cured, sorcerer.
You can stay there with the dirty lizards and Joe's mum until...
Take that, sorcerer! Dallas, get her!
Come on. You're dead, Alexander. Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead anymore.
Here, mister! Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he? Hey, are you a lizard? Whoa!
Cool. I think you look weird.
See? Told ya. Take that, sorcerer. Come on, Dallas, help me put a collar on her.
Turtle Johnny puts an invisible sauce collar on Mary Lane.
Take that, sorcerer! No more saucy sorcery for you! Alexander and Dallas save the world again! I hate this game.
The three kids stare at you in awe.
Crack! The sauce collar's broken. I'm free. How about you, Dallas? I'll kill you again, Alexander. I'm a big bad sorcerer. Woohoo!
For a moment, you watch the children play. Then...
I'll need to get clever with this lock. The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse, were it not for a slight twitch of her eyelids. She calmly opens her left eye, then her right.
What do you want? Nah, nice quiet spot for a dwarf to get some shut-eye. Cobwebs, I reckon. Maybe some spiders and silverfish, rats. Nothing you want. Unless you collect cobwebs, I guess. Ain't hardly nothing. This is the warmest corner in the house, is all. And didn't I tell you to scram? Wine or...
Before you can ask more... The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for...
You best get...
She rolls her eyes before closing. The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse, were it not for a slight twitch of her eyelids. She calmly opens her left eye.
What do you want? Cobwebs, I reckon. Maybe some spiders and silverfish. Wine or...
Before you can ask more... The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse.
Wine...
Before you can...
They were right about me. I'm just another useless elf. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point?
The cat stares up at you. Its midnight black pupils are too prominent for you to discern the colour of its glazed eyes.
8 lives already gone, but I'd gladly lose the last if you can throw me a fish. One of those smelly kind.
The fish looks hardly appetizing, but the cat looks upon it with a wicked smile, as if his meal were instead caviar in a golden chalice. The cat looks up at you and gives you a...
Maybe I should stick to the good stuff for a while, but I'll miss the shadow.
He pokes his nose at your map, leaving a wet spot.
I think you'll find something interesting there. Found me some goodies during life number 6. Now, if you don't mind...
That can't be good for him. That can't be good for him.
I'm so... I'm so...
I've spotted something.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Oh, you want a list? I've got eggs to lay, grass to...
Well, ain't you a tall drink of tallness? What can I do for you, honey?
She fluffs them and coos.
You're so very, very sweet to notice, honey. Ain't easy keeping him so nice in a dusty town like this. But I do. Sure, why not? Not all of them hatch, you know. And between you and me, honey, I don't mind the taste of an omelette. Go on and scoot then, honey.
Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
Occupied! Oh, unholy hells! Do I sound like I'm all right? That's what I get. Bloody tainted stew. Mix a little fish into some of my stew. Bloody mackerel must have been tainted. Save me, Lucian! Leave me! Oh, heavens!
Right away.
My damn cup. Bellwether, I need those reports,
sir.
damn it.
Right away. I'm watching you, stranger. That's all you have to say. You may as well leave me to it then.
I have to stop the...
The Magister startles, realizing there's a stranger in his midst.
What do you want, lizard? You can't just come in here as you please. There's Magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation. This isn't the ancient Empire, serpent. Now answer my bloody question. What are you doing here? Well, mind your bloody step in future. I've an investigation to carry out, and I don't need any more distractions. He's a deviant named Higba, a grubby little tinkerer with a criminal mind. Some of my Magisters have vanished from Driftwood lately, and I'm certain that fiend is responsible. The fiend's greed gave him away. He was peddling items that belonged to those missing from our ranks. He saw my men before they could seize him and fled. Hardly. By all accounts, he seemed like just another money-grubbing nobody. He must have caught my Magisters unawares. It's the only explanation. No matter, he'll face justice either way. If you catch sight of that dog, tell me or my men at once. Understand? Well, do you know anything? Stop waiting! Barwit, would you have me die of thirst?
Right away.
Fill my damn cup.
Head nodding drowsily, the Magister brings her voluminous sleeve up to her face. She sniffs loudly and suddenly jerks to attention.
They won't take me unawares. I'm ready for anything. See? I haven't stepped in. Well, I'm ready. That's what matters. Vigilant! Why whoever snatching Magisters off the street and disappearing them? 6 lost in a week. 6! Need to be ready. Ready! Ready! ready to protect.
Waving you away, she cranes her neck to scan.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better... Oh, great, a citizen. Can't you see I'm on a break here? What? Oh, no. Poor de Moray. Go tell Magister Raymond or Magister Julian immediately. They'll raise the alert. Go. Now.
Elsa, my inkwell is
Course,
dry.
sir.
Fetch me some
Right
more.
away.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
Calm down, Brianna. Carver's got his dossier on the sorcerers. Everything's falling into place. All I need to do is... watch.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
Calm down, Brianna. Carver's got his dossier on the sorcerers. Everything's falling into place. All I need to do is... watch.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
Passionless, unblinking eye. The Magister turns to you with a scowl.
What?
The Magister glances at you like you're...
Keep out of it! That's what I want to know. Stuck here with those silent things. The new leadership ought to learn to respect its veterans. We're the ones who uphold the rule of law, not white ponches like Raymond and Jonathan.
A sly smile creeps across the Magister's face.
Aye, and sooner than you might think, if the rumours are true. Let's just say, there's other places where I'd be appreciated more than I am in Driftwood.
The Magister loses some of his bluster.
I ain't saying. It's a secret for loyal members of the Divine Order only. Who asked you? You're not even supposed to be down here.
The Magister glances around the cells before...
This isn't the Divine Order I signed up for.
Did you expect a needle?
this? I found something.
Hail, stunning creature. Call me Dorothea.
She draws close. You feel her breath on your neck, hot, moist.
Oh yes. I have something that you want. But I only bargain with those I deem deserving. Those who have accomplished great things. So, tell me, are you worthy of my gift? Handsome. I must consider your merits before I answer your questions. Why, I wouldn't tease you with a gift I could never offer. You don't think me cruel, do you? Indeed. This is acceptable. You are nearer the one than most self-described heroes I've known. Are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire? I can't. Not yet. First, you must look into my ring and tell me what you gaze into the gem.
She flashes her ring at you, and you stare at the luminescent stone. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you...
Yes. It is power you seek. To conjure maelstroms and command that I will fulfill this desire. In return, I ask for one thing in return. A kiss. Most delicious. Meet me around the corner. Your friends should leave. Your friends should leave. I prefer...
Dorothea sees you and heaves a shuddering sigh. She bites into her lower lip with enough force that a drop of blood seeps out.
Darling, I admit I wish we could share more carnal pleasures. Yet I think a kiss is the height of intimacy. Now come closer. and receive your soul's desire.
You draw closer and close your eyes, yet her lips do not press against yours, and her hands do not caress your face. She is a woman no longer, but a were-spider. Her fang painlessly sinks into your neck. You still hear her words, though they sound muffled, as if filtered through a glass wall.
You desired power, and so it's yours. My venom seeps into every pore. We part ways now. I'll remember this moment. You've seen my true self. There's nothing more to know.
She kisses her forefinger, then presses it against your scaled forehead.
Now go.
Down for a little scuffling and tussling? Let's see if you got some fight in you. Well, that just may interest our current champion, Murga. She'll want to talk with you herself before she'll assent to any challenge. Watch your words, mind. She takes against you, they'll on your way then.
Red Prince, your majesty, you live. Oh, much have I prayed to Seven Blessed Zolstissa that she would keep you safe. My praise is my pride, your highness. Many long hours I have passed here, waiting for your royal self to break through the smoke. I must speak with you, Red Prince. I must speak with you of Bramos the Wanderer. Indeed, great prince, but...
He looks around the hazy room with hasted eyes.
The House of Shadows stirs. You are a famed warrior, sire. Alas, the Honorable Bramos is not. He sensed them closing in and had no choice but to flee from Driftwood. A little ways east he went, in search of safety, to an encampment of paladins. You will find him there, Majesty. And with that, I have told my tale. Prince of Princes, I am humbled and grateful.
He bows deeply, as reverently as one would before a god.
Good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison, then? A sip or a smoke? Take all the time you need. Pleasure doing business with you, Governor.
Smoke billows from this strange contraption. It's adorned with hoses, levers and slots.
Quite a beauty, ain't she, Governor? Let me tell you how she rolls. First, you come to me and you buy yourself some Drudnay. That's always step one. Next, you put some leaves into one of them slots and pull the lever next to it to lead a flame right underneath them. Now, all you gotta do is suckle the right mouthpiece, and before you know it, you'll be seeing flying tigers just like old Ganga over there. Oh, and by the by, come talk to me if you want something that'll really blow your socks off.
Smoke billows from this strange...
Are you? No.
Watch 'em fight. Watch 'em. See that? Right in the kisser. Doesn't.
What do you want? Boss is busy. Loha, you've been living under a boulder. Stick around long enough and you will. Best to get on his good side early if you're new in town. Listen up. Don't waste this time. These are explosive times.
You're one of us, ain't you? Tell us what happened.
Maybe I ought to take a finger or two. Don't you think, boss?
That ought to get her talking. I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This.
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper. Barnt, Cade, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
Tell the truth now. Who was he that sent you?
Brave lad, all sitting here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me. Family matter. She's one of mine, acting like her brains are scrambled though. Came after me with a knife. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy? I've got to say I'm impressed. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Siever's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all? So? What do you want? Reckon I do. Knowing Siever, she sent you looking for sorcerers, I bet. I could help you. But then again, you've tattled to the Magisters about us before. You betray your own often.
An unpleasant smirk twitches around the corners of his mouth.
Right. I reckon I could help you out, depending on what you can do for me.
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy. Glad you see it that way. No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own. Good. One more thing. Like I said, Mordus is a sorcerer. Maybe even one of the ones Siever's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
Working for the DO, I bet.
Better get out there before Mordus makes it all the way past Arks.
The battered dwarf pulls her lips back into a garish, open-mouthed grin, flashing blood.
It hurts. Gods.
Look at that. A fresh face.
Did you know our arena champion's a bloody cheat, stranger?
Figure it's time to prove yourself. Let's get it done. That's the spirit. She'll want to talk with you herself before she'll ascend. Well, you better start on your way then. Figure it's time to prove yourself. Let's get it done. That's the spirit. But I've got to tell you, she'll want to talk with you herself before she'll... Well, you better start caring. Without her approval, you'll be stuck spectating. On your way then.
Come on, let's keep moving.
Watch out for Murgust.
In the shadows, a dwarven woman spits obscenities down upon a caged void-woken. She exudes a powerful air of menace, and an even more powerful...
More fodder for the arena. Let Murga the champion test how good you...
Curling her torn lip back over broken teeth, she grabs your hand and pulls you down to the ale-soaked table. Never look...
Ha! Your science won't help you here. In the arena, you must be willing to suffer if you want to achieve great...
She glimmers in and out of view, merging with the shadows. Crowing, she slams your hand...
I bested that void-woken below us, you know. Dragged that scaly lump down there with my own 2 hands. So, since you can't hope to beat me, what is it you want down here? Ah, based on your performance so far, that's cute. But I shouldn't judge your baby steps. The lion judges not the pussycat, eh?
Murga raises one surprisingly delicate...
Ah! Go talk to the raucous one. Tell him I sent you, and he'll set you up for a challenge. Prove it then, I'll...
Who in their right mind would keep a void woken locked up like this?
Figure it's time to prove yourself. Let's get it done. Is that so? Well, looks like the crowd'll get its money's worth, for sure. You accept her challenge, do you? Your call. In any case, you're in for a treat, laddie.
Moving! Doesn't it?
He appraises you, unsmiling.
Nice to see the cub has some claws. You drew blood. Enough to know you're alive. But you removed your blindfold in the arena. You failed my challenge. Now I'll never taste. Try your luck.
Nice show out there. You're smouldering. That's Murker's call.
That Murker's.
There's no rules in that.
Need your hand squeezed some more.
Who in their right mind would keep a void woken locked up like this?